Hey, so for a while I've been wanting to make a video of a tour of my outdoor lighting system. Alright, my light setup on my street lights, and I figure I'm gonna go ahead and make one now. And so that I can make another section after dark, showing the lights on. Let's go and turn them on. A network of thin wires strung up around the yard going to certain places where I have relays, like big heavy duty relays, and they're all 12 volt DC and controlled in this little building that I have homemade. And here, they're all controlled by this box. So this box has a switch. Now they'll all be coming on. Well, all the ones with thermal photocells, because all the time I haven't been able to afford to get anything up more fancy than thermal. And some of them I'd like to replace. Let me see the keys here. Open up. It's just an old alarm box. There's a pilot light on it. And inside there's a pilot light. And also that's on the power supply. Let me turn off the pilot light and you'll see. That one goes out, that one stays on. And that used to have a cover on it, but when I got it, but I took that off. And there's all the wiring. I use it to provide, there's the switch, and I use it to, it's three-way, because there's also another in my brother's area. And there's a lot of wiring here, because I use the same power supply, it powers a lot of my other stuff. Okay, let's head out. And I haven't got all my lights put up yet. But, I mean, I want to collect more eventually, but my current main interest is in garden tractors, so garden tractors, small engines. I don't have money to buy lights right now, but I will get magnets soon. Okay, let's go down and work our way around the yard. This setup is so huge, so there's a few lights that don't work, and some power lines that have gotten yanked partly down. I need to hang back up, because you see they're all strung through there, but I just haven't, it's because I'm so busy, I don't have time to fix them yet. Over time, I need to do that. I plan on going around soon, trimming all these trees. Okay, let's get started. Here is my AL American Electric 115 carburetor. It's 150 watt high pressure sodium, and pretty much all my lights are 120 volts, if you're wondering. And that one I got for my birthday a few years ago. One of my only ones with a commercial heavy duty mounting on. That hole in the tree right there, there's a black snake that lives in there, I think, so we won't be going too close. Not that I think it'll hurt at me. And there is a Lithonia lighting light that belongs to my brother, 100 watt mercury vapor. It's a day burner, so there's that photocell there is just set up to control it instead of putting a photocell in it, because that photocell also controls some other lights. On this building here, a tree house, that, these are all controlled by it. That one's out, I need to fix it. This one, and these are all AccuLite branded fixtures, I think. I don't know who actually makes them. That might be who makes them, I bet. 42 watt CFL, they have two 26 watt bulbs. That one has long ones. So see triple tubes has, I think those are dual tubes and they're longer. Technically those are the long bulbs for the fixtures. Those are all controlled by the same photocell. And that power line's a bit low. Here's my brother's. I know it's on a cheap yellow blaster light arm, but we want to get a better one. This is my brother's 115. It's a full cutoff, as you can see. It's got it's 100 watt high pressure sodium. Goodness, I have not been keeping up with my lighting interest lately, it seems. And somebody's been cutting down some trees, or some tree branches over here or something. I wonder if my dad's gone through and done that. That's funny. I'm not sure, but I sure feel like it. Man. Might have been from when I was doing that a while ago. As you can see, I need to trim down those bushes there, so the light will get through more effectively. We can go back up close to them. Although it is summer again. So there, you see there's a cable running along there. You can squeeze there. This tree must be glowing pretty quickly. This 150 watt pulse start metal halide. I got that for $33, I think, on clearance from Econolite website. And there's 2 CFL bulbs and sockets. They have some ants in them, but I think they still work. Battery cable, well, battery extension cord running to here. Photocells, they're always back in the trees. Oh, I'm going to trim those bushes in front of it soon. And there's that photocell also controls. There's a battery cable running along to these old ride dot fixtures and electrical box. Nice to get from your old hardware store, I suppose. That's a CFL, that's LED, and some of these wires are disconnected from a lighting socket that we used to have about 2 years ago, I think. There's the 2. Those actually, that fixture's my brother's. No, this one's mine. Anyway, that one's not very interesting. Some of these lights are more interesting than that. So, there is a homemade, well, it was one of those cheap LED yard blaster things. And it's now 50 watt high pressure sodium on a wooden arm. There's that box has a ballast inside for it. It's got a photocell on it that controls the ballast, of course. At least since the photocell's on the fixture, it's going to sense the light is actually at the fixture, and then it also controls this battery cable goes under right there. And it comes over here to this little CFL fixture. I have had that little ballast and PL bulb. Those are so bad at starting, it seems, in cold weather, so I just put this in this CFL with it has a pulse rated socket, which it doesn't need, but oh well. I think it was the only socket I had at the time. I had handy when I put that in. It's just made of a jar, if you didn't notice. That I need to trim here is a Reedson NH124M, I think. So it's called something like that. Yellow blaster, kind of a pretty fixture. And it's got it's mostly the only thing that's original to it, pretty much, is the photocell socket and the housing, because it has a new refractor, ballast, and bulb, and all. Let's come back into the trees and take a look at the thing. It's got the slip fitter's cut sorter because it is modified. Because when we got it off of a tree, the slip fitter had to be cut sorter because half of it was eaten up in the tree. And power line, as you can see, is sagging super low. I need to fix that. Coming to my green painted Westinghouse silver liner. And that is a pretty fix, so. It's 250 watt. Oh, that's 175 watt mercury vapor. Yeah, that's 175. And then by that tree, that CFL, I think, is 13 watt, like the PL fixture was there. This is 250 watt mercury vapor. Retrofitted with an advanced ballast, because I already had the wrong ballast. It may have been an LV400 originally, 400 watt MV, but it was already retrofitted to be 400 watt metal halide. Terrible retrofitting job. So, oh well. Yeah, it's my favorite fixture probably. It's a General Electric power bracket. I've noticed collectors of lights, they really don't seem to pay much attention to this fixture. It's understandable because they were so popular, but I've had a love for them for years, and I'm so happy to have some. Got it for free. It was installed on my property. It wasn't being used though. doesn't have the original ballast. It was pretty silly of me to exchange that and the one that I got with it for new ballast, but oh well. At least they're 120 volt now, which is a lot more convenient for putting them up outside. I'm not sure how long this lighting setup's going to stay installed. It'll probably last through this year. It has to come down in the winter sometime when I do decide to take it down, because in the summer there's always ant infestations, possibly wasp nests and stuff in them. That's the other one that I got with it. I still feel like somebody's been going around trimming branches. One of my dad was. That's a pretty fixture too. Just like the other one pretty much. It's no, oh, they're both 175 1MV, both power brackets. I don't know what year either of them are. I don't really know about any of the lights this year. But I'm thinking when I do have to take these lights down someday, I figure I'd like to do it with a boom lift or a bucket truck. I don't want to have to do it all with a ladder. This is my brother's 150 watt high pressure sodium ITT. I don't know what ITT stood for. But it's the old version of it was an American Electric fixture. 113 fixture. And I think it might be in early 90s because it's ITT, late 80s. Homemade arm, once again, 2 blue bolts holding it on. Sags a little, but looks nice. And here's another homemade arm. It's just held on with pipe clamps and has a steel pipe. I know it's a General Electric refractor, but the fixture is still with original ballast too. It's a Westinghouse RMA, I think. I think that's what it's called. Pretty sure it has a reactor ballast. That is a nice fixture too. 175 1MV, of course, and there's an It's a 100 watt Polestar Battle Halide yellow blaster. I used to have it run dusted on as a security light. Not working at the moment because I guess batting. I still haven't gone around to getting a new one and putting it in. Mainly because I don't have the money. I know they're cheap, but I'm so busy buying parts for garden tractors. Well, my garden tractor that I'm working on fixing up. This is a Cooper something. I think it has Walgreens in the model number, so maybe those were sold to Walgreens specifically. At least that version of it. It's 100 watt Polestar Battle Halide. That's my dad's lawn tractor there, but you can see my culture of collecting I've started to do of them. Goodness, why did I leave this one's hood open? This is my brother's. What was I thinking? It needs to be shut. Else water might get in the carburetor, because I wouldn't be surprised if it rains, all those clouds. There's my favorite, my bush hog. Once I get that thing running, it's getting a YouTube video for sure. Anyway, back to the lights, which is what this video is supposed to be of. This is just some random, I don't know what it is really. I don't know who made it. It's a pollute light of some kind, I guess. But it's got a 75 watt incandescent bulb, and it's in front of our workshop, as you can see. There's no look at that. But that is controlled along with all these wall packs in the area. This photocell is one of the relays inside that box. And this is some Gloco lighting. Emergency sconce, I believe that was the name. They were usually equipped with emergency ballasts, so they would stay running if the power went out. 42 watt CFL. There's one. There's one. There's one. 4. Those are all my brothers. Oh, and that little light, I showed you the Woots light thing. That's my brother's. This is my brother's. It's a Accu light devoting to a 100 watt metal halide. And here's another performance sconce. Well, here's another Gloco lighting. This one. Where's that door open? This one is a performance sconce. it's converted to bad ballast, so it's converted to high pressure sodium. Struggling to start a few nights ago. I think there's some sodium at the wrong electrode or something, not enough sodium at one of the electrodes or something. After a few minutes it started to warm up and then got nice and bright like it should. I think I said that was an AccuLite. Yeah, I did. Oh, that's 35 watt high pressure sodium. I think I said that already, but I'm not sure. My mind is on other things, despite the fact I'm narrating this video, apparently. Apparently my mind's on other things, it seems to be. Anyway, so you've seen most of my lighting system now, and it's going to grow, I think. Maybe. Hopefully I need 4 photo cells and refractors so that I can hang up, and mounting arms, so I can hang up I got them new old stock, I guess. Hubble NEMA heads. They didn't have any ballast. One of them I just put an incandescent big 500 watt incandescent in. The others I've converted to HID, but putting ballast in them. But those are not put up yet. Here's that 70 watt pulse start metal halide. That's 100 watt pulse start metal halide. Those are some more we call it light fixtures. We got those. We also got those for a discount. And they're controlled by their own photocell, but also by a relay. Controls some of these. Here's a really pretty fixture. I'd like to restore this one someday, but not right now. Line materials, Unistyle 175 watt mercury vapor. Came with a Westinghouse Lifeguard in it. It's a homemade arm that's supported like a slip fitter of some kind, because it's attached at the end by a and being clamped on by 2 bolts. And on the other end it connects to the light, of course. And that light is really one of my favorites. And after that, there's only a few more. I don't own a bunch of lights, but I haven't seemed to own a fair amount. A few more, so there's a Cooper LVX 400 watt mercury vapor on another homemade arm. It's a bright light. It was 400 watt high pressure sodium, wish I kept it that way now, but oh well, it's pretty 400 watt anything. I do like it for sure. I need to mow these trails, I guess. That is a 35 watt TCP BW13. I think that's what it's called. And it's it was originally CFL, now it is high pressure sodium 35 watt. And I still haven't bothered to fix that photocell. I could use the Dayboons. Dayboons when the switch inside is turned on. I could just buy a new phone, so I'm thinking I might try just ordering some actual photo resistors and putting them in. I think it might be pretty easy, because I think that one has a pretty yellowed lens, but that probably wouldn't affect it badly, I figure. That one doesn't really work anymore, I suppose, though. Now, for free I got a Lithonia High-Tech 250 watt PSM8 supposed to have halide flood. Been debating where to put it. I think I might put it on the driveway here. Get further down, because further up I've got some lights. A Sylvania Mesquite. No, this isn't a Mesquite. This is a Beancat. Sorry. I thought it was a Mesquite, or it was actually apparently a Beancat. Similar name, similar lights, but this one has a box. I guess this is how you're supposed to install one. Probably not a yellow blaster on, but apparently has a slit fitter on the back, it seems to. At any rate, like that, when I aimed it, the thing is bright. Lights up this whole area. There's much better lighting up. That used to be a halogen floodlight. It has an LED bulb in it, but it does not work. Some halogens on the side of that building, too. the power's out to that building anyway. So it's supposed to be our carport. My mom's not here. And she is here, she keeps her car in that minivan that she says is an SUV. And well, it's actually supposed to be an SUV, but I call it a minivan because it still looks more like a minivan. And that is a homemade 400-watt metal halide fixture. I need to get it up to sag so much. It's really not great light distribution, being as it's made of a box, but it does light up this front area pretty well over here. Bit high wattage for the dim, not great lighting it does. One thing is sagging and lights up right here too brightly. I need to get a ladder up there and work on it. It's up kind of high. And there is the ballast box for it. Let's see what's inside. Yeah. That paper is drawn coming off. It was a control box for a pump motor, I think. Big pump motor. There's the wiring inside. As you can see, there's a relay in it. A lot of the wasps haven't found this one to live in yet. They don't seem to have. I hope they haven't found that light up there. Probably not, though. So this ballast, you can, oh goodness. If you're wondering, it's a universal ballast, universal brand. And it is a remote ballast for that. So that's remote balancing. And there's a torque photocell that comes with the wall plate. We bought at least 3 of those, I guess. I think 3 is an accurate number. It's a tiring tour. Not very tiring. You know, I think this may be out. I'm not sure if it's working. We'll find out tonight. Because it looked like it was having trouble striking last night. 175-watt metal halide. Did I say there was 400-watt probe stored metal halide? That way up there? I think so. I should have anyway. So if not, there you go. And this is 175-watt probe stored. It's essentially original as original type ballast. But I had to put in a new ballast. Correct ballast for it though. Up there is a I don't know what those lights are called. I think it's some kind of flat panel fixture. Fluorescent, and it lights up that area pretty well. You know, like goes in those ceiling squares. And then I wanted to line that porch up there with them. But there's lots of wasps up there. I figure I better wait till this fall before I go up there to do that. Anyway, I hardly have time for it at this time. Okay. Look, it's my homemade tractor. But the reason we came in here is for you to see my collection of these fixtures. I think I've got one in our carport too, but here's my biggest collection of them. Some of them have LED tubes in them, I think these two. So, yeah. Those seem to be pretty good fixtures. I don't know much about them. They're just some big fluorescents. That's about all I know. I think that might be 32 watt. Use 4 32-watt tubes or something. I feel like that's what it was, but I don't remember for sure. Okay, well, once it gets dark, I'll make another section of this video. And when we're done with this video, I will post it on YouTube. It's now almost dark. I'm not going to wait till dark for this. But I figure it's dark enough to give a lighting to it, because this is about as light as I'm usually out. So, you will get started with our tour. Night. So, if you got my AL-115, lighting up this area quite brightly, really. Does a good job. And that little good vapor yard blaster by my brother's, it lights up this area pretty well, but it does sort of get like the part over here that wouldn't be gotten by the there's these wall packs light up this area as well as night. And I need to fix that one, as you know. You see it's out at the moment. So I'll be around fixing it. And there's this last one. Light. And here's this other AEL 115, my brother's. Does quite brightly light up this area. This area here. And the Econo light floodlight and those two CFL lights. CFLs get the area that we had cleared out, kind of. We cleared out back here a bit. Doesn't really do much now. I used to have a Nima here, the Westinghouse RMA used to be here. Not there anymore. I moved it. These lights do a fairly good job of lighting up this area. It's a small area, but they do it well. Well, as they're called upon. I don't hate LEDs as much as I used to. I still think there's something of a conspiracy, like a bit of false advertising about them, but I don't, not against them as much, mainly because I'm not so focused on lights anymore. But I still love them. Well, Mercury vapor fixtures are really pretty all the time. Little high pressure sodium. I have a fondness for high pressure sodium as well as metal halide. Pressure sodium's color is kind of special to me. And the fixtures, the Cobra heads, are special. Is this CFL? Big issue with the light collecting is I can't exactly go on to other interests so well because the tractors, garden tractors, for instance, they're going to be preserved a lot more than the lights are. The lights are just here for a while, but once they've all been scrapped, they don't be here anymore. It's the Regent NH124 ammo, whatever it is. Don't like this area that well anymore. Okay, still, but if I cleared away all that rust, I'd probably do a lot better job. And my infamous Westinghouse silver liner, modified to be green liner, is still doing exactly what it always does, lighting up this area very nicely. There's my power bracket doing, despite the very greened out bulb, but still lights up this area alright. Not great, but okay. And the other one, so it might be a little brighter. I don't think so. I think they're about the same, really. Lighting up this little area here, eh? And the green liner might not have been quite all the way warmed up at this time, but it's be close enough. It's getting darker than it was when I came out. The ITT 113. It's really pretty bright, not very high up. In fact, very low down mounted, partly because it's sagging on its arm a little. And RMA does a much better job of lighting this area than it did when I had it on a sorter arm. Fairly bright. And that yard blaster's out, as I've said. Used to run dusk to dawn, so it's not too surprising. That light might just need to be put on display. It doesn't stand up to the outdoors the way these old lights do. And we're built to do. Even the new Cobra heads are made a lot better. It's that little, my wall pack Cooper. Gets up that area pretty well. I actually got that one from the dump out of the electronics recycling bin All it took was a new bulb. Looks good. Looks good. It's the Gloco Performance Sconce. It's 35 watt high pressure sodium. Aculite fixture. It's been converted to metal halide. That's kind of mercury vapor. It's so older, like metal halide tint, sort of the tint that they, like you see in these old parking lots with the 1000 watt suit boxes. I really need to save one of those because those are getting rare nowadays. And I remember those when I was very young. And these rollbacks. So yeah, CFL. Rabbit. What's that? Little light. What's that serial line? It's a slack tire. And that was last CFL. I'd like to eventually put up more lights in this section if I get around to it. Here's them Dewey Corner light fixtures. They're pretty bright. Well, not super bright, but pretty bright. Definitely the 100 watt on the right is brighter than the 70 watt on the left. One Materials Unistyle is pretty bright. It's Westinghouse Lifeguard. It's up this area well. There too. Here. $400 watt Cooper OVX. Quite right. Very fine. Here's Mutt's demo. TCP BW13, I think it's small, with 35 watt HPS conversion. It's up this area fairly well, especially for its wattage. Humming loudly, not that loud humming. Actually, but it is kind of noisy. Definitely not silent. Sylvania Musketti. Right, trim those branches a little. Another bunny. Rabbit. Good lighting. Look at that. So those branches kind of cancel out there. I don't want to take this length up down, but I don't have time hardly to maintain it anymore. Anyway, I'm glad to be able to make a video of it. It's 400 watt homemade flood. Very bright. But not extremely bright. What are those both for? Bicycles? That is the 175 watt. Definitely not out. So struck up its work tonight and it's bright. Bright as usual. And there's Leslie. There's that. There it is. Ceiling light, I guess, of some kind, and it's a fluorescent. So you see the lights on the carport building there? Do not work. So, it's a nighttime tour. my current lighting set, me and my brother's, since he owneth some of the lights. That's as far as I've gotten with that setup, and I'm not certain when I'll be able to get back to it, but yeah. Bye. Okay, so since I filmed most of this video, I got this Chinese yard blaster working. Well, there's a different power line to it. This one has electricity still. I know I need to actually post this video. Yeah, looks good now. I hang it right past the door as I always do. So I've also installed this 250 watt Mount Halleck floodlight. It's very bright, as you can see. Really lights up the big area and very well. Pretty nice. This one's Lithonia High Tech. And that one, I think that's the name. That one's a Brinks Yard Blaster. I think I've mentioned that before in the video. Alright, now, maybe tomorrow I can put down this video and post it on YouTube. Bye.